What if I told you that the absolute biggest mistake you are making right now is storing your potatoes wrong? Every time you toss them in a plastic bag, shove them under the sink, or stick them in the refrigerator, you are not just wasting food. You are throwing away months of hard work, money, and harvest. Because here's what nobody is telling you. Potatoes do not rot on their own. You are rotting them. The way you're storing them right now is creating the exact conditions that invite moisture, darkness, bacteria, and sprouts to destroy every single one. But what if you could change that today? What if I showed you 3 dead simple storage methods that cost almost nothing, that most gardeners have never even heard of, that can keep your potatoes firm, fresh, and completely rot-free for up to 6 months? No fancy equipment, no expensive root cellar, no special conditions. Just 3 techniques that work, whether you grew 1 pound or 100 pounds. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will never lose another potato to rot again. Welcome back to Garden Solace, and before we dive in, drop a comment right now and tell me, what country are you watching from? I read every single one, and I want to know where in the world this is helping people store their harvest. Let's get into it. Now, I need you to understand something first, because most people skip this part, and it is exactly why their potatoes go bad. Here's the hard truth. Every competitor video out there is going to tell you to store your potatoes in a cool, dark, dry place. Cool, dark, dry. You've heard it 100 times, and you know what? It means absolutely nothing without specifics. How cool? How dark? How dry? What kind of container? What temperature exactly? What do you do if you live in an apartment? What do you do if you don't have a basement? What do you do if your climate is humid all year long? Nobody answers those questions. They just say cool, dark, dry, and move on. And then your potatoes sprout in 2 weeks, or they turn soft and mushy, or they develop those dark spots inside, and you throw the whole bag away wondering what you did wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. You were just never given the right information. So today, that changes. I am going to give you the exact specifics that those other videos leave out. The exact temperatures, the exact containers, the exact materials from the dollar store that make this work. And I'm going to show you 3 different methods, because not everyone has the same space, the same climate, or the same storage situation. You are going to pick the one that works for your life, and you are going to execute it perfectly. Sound good? Let's start with the one that shocks people the most. Method 1, the newspaper and crate method. The old school technique most people are doing completely wrong. You have probably seen someone store potatoes in a wooden crate before. Maybe your grandparents did it. Maybe you have tried it yourself. But here's what I guarantee you are missing, because this is the detail that nobody talks about. The crate alone does nothing. It's what goes inside the crate that makes the difference between potatoes that last 2 weeks and potatoes that last 6 months. Here's exactly what you're going to do. Step 1, cure your potatoes first. This is the #1 step that gets skipped. Before you store a single potato, you need to cure them. Curing means leaving your freshly dug potatoes in a warm, humid space between 50 and 65 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 to 14 days. Why? Because curing thickens the skin. A thick skin is a barrier. It seals in moisture, seals out bacteria, and dramatically slows down the natural breakdown process. If you skip curing and go straight to storage, your potatoes will rot every time. So cure them first, no exceptions. Step 2, sort ruthlessly. After curing, lay every potato out on a flat surface and inspect every one by one. Any potato with a soft spot? Gone. Any potato with a cut or a bruise? Gone. Any potato that smells even slightly off? Gone. I know it feels wasteful, but one bad potato in a crate will contaminate the ones around it within days. You are not throwing away a potato, you are saving 20. Step 3, layer with newspaper. Now, here is the specific technique. Take a wooden crate, a slatted produce box, or even a cardboard box with holes punched in the sides for airflow. Line the bottom with 2 full sheets of dry newspaper. Place a single layer of potatoes on top. Do not stack them yet. Cover that layer with 2 more sheets of newspaper. Add another layer of potatoes. 2 more sheets. Keep going until your crate is full. Finish with a top layer of newspaper. Why newspaper? Because newspaper absorbs excess moisture while still allowing airflow. It creates a microenvironment around each potato that buffers humidity and temperature fluctuations. It's not fancy, it costs almost nothing, and it works better than most expensive storage solutions on the market. Step 4. Store at the right temperature. This is the specific number nobody gives you. The ideal storage temperature for potatoes is between 38 and 40 degrees Fahrenheit. That's just above refrigerator temperature, but not inside your refrigerator, because cold refrigerator air converts potato starch into sugar and ruins the taste and texture. You want a garage, a basement, a mudroom, or an unheated storage room that stays consistently in that 38 to 40 degree range. If you don't have a space like that, don't worry. Method 2 is built exactly for you. Step 5. Check every 2 weeks. Set a reminder on your phone. Every 2 weeks, pull the crates out, remove the newspaper, and inspect every single potato. Remove anything that has started to soften. Replace the newspaper with fresh sheets. Put it back. That's it. 2 weeks of consistent checking will save an entire harvest. People who say this method doesn't work are people who set it and forget it. Check your potatoes. It takes 10 minutes. Do it. Method 2. The sand storage method, the underground hack that keeps potatoes perfect without a root cellar. Now this is the one that genuinely surprises people, and when I show you why it works, you're going to wonder why you have never done this before. I want you to think about what happens to potatoes underground in nature. They sit in soil that is cool, slightly moist, and completely dark. The soil around them buffers temperature, pulls away excess moisture without drying the potato out, and creates a stable environment that the potato is literally designed to survive in. So what if you could recreate that environment indoors? That's exactly what sand storage does, and you can build it in under 30 minutes with items from your local dollar store or hardware store. Here's exactly what you need and how to do it. What you need is a large plastic storage bin, the kind with a lid, about 18 gallons. You can get these at the dollar store, at Walmart, or you probably already have one sitting in your garage. Coarse, dry sandbox sand. Not fine beach sand, not wet sand, but coarse, dry sand. You can find this at hardware stores for a few dollars a bag. And your cured, sorted potatoes. Step 1. Drill ventilation holes. Take a drill and put about 8 to 10 small holes in the sides of the bin, not the bottom, the sides. This allows just enough airflow to prevent moisture buildup while maintaining the humidity the potatoes need. Step 2. Layer sand and potatoes. Pour about 2 inches of dry sand into the bottom of the bin. Place a single layer of potatoes on top, making sure they don't touch each other. Potatoes touching each other can transfer rot. Pour another 2 to 3 inches of sand over them until they are completely covered. Add another layer of potatoes. More sand. Keep layering until you reach about 2 inches from the top. Finish with a final layer of sand. Step 3. Put the lid on loosely. Don't seal it airtight. Just rest the lid on top so it sits slightly open. You want minimal airflow, not zero airflow. Step 4. Store in the coolest space you have. This method works even in apartments. If you have a closet on an exterior wall, use that. If you have a pantry that stays cool, use that. The sand acts as an insulator, buffering temperature fluctuations and keeping the potatoes in a stable, consistent environment even if the room temperature shifts by 10 to 15 degrees. This is what makes this method so powerful for people in warmer climates. The sand is doing the work for you. Step 5. The check system. Here's the honest truth about sand storage. You can't see your potatoes. So instead of visual checks, you are doing tactile checks. Every 2 weeks, slide your hand gently into the sand near the edges and feel for any potatoes that have gone soft. If you feel one, remove it. Find it, pull it out. Dispose of any sand that was touching a rotten potato and replace it with fresh sand. This sounds like a lot of work. It takes 4 minutes and it can keep potatoes fresh from October all the way through March. That's 5 months without a root cellar, without any special equipment, just a bin, some sand, and a system. Method 3. The breathable bag in a cooler method. The apartment-friendly, budget-friendly method nobody is talking about. Okay, so what if you don't have a crate? What if you don't have a bin or a drill? What if you are in a studio apartment, a rental, or you just picked up 10 pounds of potatoes from the farmer's market and you want to make them last? This is the method for you. And I promise, you can set this up tonight for under $5. Here's what you need. A medium-sized styrofoam cooler, the kind you get at a dollar store or a gas station, a burlap bag or a mesh produce bag, both available at dollar stores, craft stores, or online, a small bowl of dry white rice or a few silica gel packets if you have them, a thermometer, optional but helpful, and your cured sorted potatoes. Why this works? The styrofoam cooler is a passive insulator. It does not refrigerate. It does not freeze. It simply buffers the temperature inside from whatever is happening outside. If you store the cooler in your coolest room, a bathroom near an exterior wall, a lower kitchen cabinet, under a bed near a cold floor, the cooler will maintain a temperature several degrees lower and more stable than the room itself. Combined with a breathable bag that allows airflow while protecting from light and direct moisture, this creates a near-perfect short to medium-term storage environment. Step 1. Prep the cooler. Place your dry rice in an open bowl or an open paper bag at the bottom of the cooler. The rice acts as a humidity absorber, drawing excess moisture out of the air inside the cooler. If you have silica gel packets from shoe boxes or product packaging, use those instead. 3 or 4 packets work perfectly. Step 2. Prep the bag. Place your cured potatoes inside the burlap bag or mesh produce bag. Leave the top loosely tied, not knotted tight, just folded over. You want airflow. Step 3. Place the bag in the cooler. Rest it gently on top of your rice bowl. Do not press it down. Do not smash the potatoes. Just lay it in there. Step 4. Store the cooler. Find the coolest, darkest spot in your home. A cabinet on an exterior wall, a closet in a north-facing room, under a bed in an unheated room. The cooler is doing the temperature buffering. The burlap is doing the airflow and light blocking. The rice is doing the humidity control. 3 simple elements working together. Step 5. Bi-weekly check. Open the cooler every 2 weeks. Feel through the bag for soft spots. Check if the rice has clumped together. If it has, it means the humidity was high and you should replace it. That is your entire maintenance routine. Open, feel, check rice, close. 2 minutes every 2 weeks. I have had people use this method in cities, in studio apartments, in tropical climates, and they are reporting potatoes lasting 3 to 4 months without a single rotten one, because the method is right, the execution is consistent, and the details are followed. Details matter. That is why you are here and not just watching another video that tells you cool, dark, dry. Now I want to talk about the things that will ruin all 3 of these methods if you are not careful, because this is the section your competitors skip. They show you the method and walk away, but here is what goes wrong in the real world. Mistake 1. Storing potatoes near onions. This is one of the most common storage mistakes that nobody talks about. Onions release ethylene gas. Ethylene gas accelerates the sprouting and ripening process in potatoes. Potatoes stored next to onions will sprout in days instead of weeks. Keep them completely separated. Different shelves, different rooms if possible. Mistake 2. Washing potatoes before storage. I see this constantly. People harvest their potatoes, wash off the dirt, and then store them. Do not wash them before storage. Moisture on the skin, even if the potato feels dry, creates the exact conditions that bacteria need to take hold. The dirt actually acts as a mild protective coating during curing. Brush off loose clumps, leave the rest. Wash them when you are ready to cook them. Mistake 3. Using plastic bags with no ventilation. Plastic grocery bags, Ziploc bags, sealed containers, all of these trap moisture against the potato skin. You'll see condensation inside the bag within 24 hours. That condensation becomes rot within the week. Potatoes need to breathe. Always store in breathable materials: burlap, mesh, newspaper, sand, wood. Never sealed plastic. Mistake 4. Ignoring temperature swings. People find a cool spot and then forget about seasonal changes. A garage that is 40 degrees in October might be 20 degrees in January and 55 degrees in March. Check your storage location temperature monthly. Potatoes that freeze, even slightly, will develop a hollow heart and a mushy texture. Potatoes that warm above 50 degrees will start sprouting rapidly. Maintain that 38 to 40 degree window and check it as the seasons shift. Mistake 5. Not removing the greens before storage. If any of your potatoes have any green coloring on the skin, remove that potato from storage immediately. Green on a potato means solanine, a natural toxin that develops when potatoes are exposed to light. A green potato stored with healthy potatoes can off-gas compounds that accelerate breakdown in the surrounding batch. Remove the greens, do not store them. Now, before I let you go, I want to know something. Which of these 3 methods are you going to try first? The newspaper crate method, the sand bin method, or the styrofoam cooler method? Drop it in the comments below right now and tell me which one fits your situation. And I asked you at the beginning, what country are you watching from? I still want to know, because the people who comment are the people who I make the next video for. The people who tell me what they need, what problems they are facing, what gaps they have in their knowledge. Those are the people whose questions I answer in the next video. So comment, tell me your country, tell me your method, and tell me how many pounds of potatoes are you trying to store this season. I want to know.